What is good, guys? My name's Ruben, and in today's video I'm going to be showing all you beginners out there and people wanting to get into BMX how to buy your first BMX bike. So there's a lot of different parts on a bike, and when you guys are buying your first one, you guys are going to see a lot of different, numbers and lengths and sizes and a whole bunch of different words. You guys are just going to be thinking, what the hell does any of this mean? Pretty much I'm going to go over with you guys every single part on a bike and pretty much just go over what you guys should get for your first bike. So I'm going to say your budget is probably going to be anywhere between like $300 to like $550, no more than that, because you guys don't really need to get too much of an expensive bike, but like no less than $300, because then you guys will be picking up a hunk of that'll probably break within a year of riding, probably even less. I know I got a bike that broke pretty quickly. Nothing on this bike actually is the same as my original bike, which I only got last year in like March. So just does go to show that getting a good first bike really does benefit you guys, and BMX is quite expensive, so if you guys break heaps of parts on your first bike, then you guys have to replace them all. Like aftermarket parts are going to be so much more expensive than your first bike, so it is really important you guys get a good first bike and really invest in one. I'm pretty much just going to label all the parts on a bike and pretty much tell you guys what to look for. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So starting off at the top of the bars, depending on how tall you guys are, like if you guys are tall like me, like I'm 6 foot, these are 9.3 rise bars. The rise, just saying what that stands for, is from here to here. So, it's pretty self-explanatory, but that's how tall they are. But depending on how tall you guys are, if you guys are really short, I'd say go for, say, 8.75 rise. If you guys are like really short, like if you guys are like 11 or something,
I'm 11, so shut the fuck up.
you guys probably want to pick up like an 18-inch bike, but that's a whole different story. I'm focusing on 20-inch bikes, which is pretty much what this size is. 18-inch just for like little kids. But yeah, if you guys are like 11, then go for an 18-inch, but I don't really know much about them. They're just smaller. But yeah, so back to the bars, pretty much. If you guys are tall, get, say, most complete bikes come with like 9 rise bars anyway, but if you guys are short, maybe try to find one with like 8.7, I don't know, something like that. It really just does depend on what you guys like best. But yeah. Also, before you get into anything else, make sure everything on your bike is chromoly and not high tensile. I believe back ends on most complete bikes like here, they are high tensile, but yeah, I don't know, that's just what most complete bikes come with, but that doesn't really matter. But just make sure your top tube and this front end of your frame is chromoly. Also make sure your cranks are chromoly, your forks, and of course your bars. Just don't get any high tensile, because that will break very quickly. So yeah, anyway, enough of the bars, let's move down to the stem. So I've got a top load stem, but if you guys are like quite tall like me, again, you guys want to get a top load stem, because pretty much what this will do is it brings your bars up a little higher, so it gives it a little bit extra height, which is good for you tall people out there if you guys need a little bit extra tightness. But if you guys are short, get a front load stem. I'll put a picture of one of them right now. Pretty much this bit here on the top is basically on the front, which brings your bars down a little lower for you guys to reach, for you short guys out there. But yeah, moving down to the headset. Also, just like the chromoly, you guys want to make sure every single bearing on your bike is sealed. So make sure your headset in here is sealed, your bottom bracket, which is the bottom bracket down here connecting your cranks to the frame and stuff, make sure that is sealed. And also, of course, your hubs on your wheels, make sure they are sealed. It will state in the specs of the bike whether or not they're sealed, but just make sure they are sealed, because if you guys get unsealed, honestly, they will break very quickly. I've had to replace both my wheels. I had to replace my front one after like a year, and I've just replaced my rear one because my cassette blew off on me off my complete bike. So just make sure you guys are getting sealed bearings, that's headset, bottom bracket, and hubs for your first bike, and you guys should be good. Now moving on to the forks, there's not much to say about forks. Like most complete bikes, they're just standardized normal forks, but do not get high tensile forks, because I bent them. I don't have them anymore, I think I threw them away. I bent my forks off my first bike very quickly, and they were like really bent. Like if you watch some of my old videos, you guys will see how bent they are, and they were bad, like real bad. But these are complete chromoly forks, so I highly suggest you guys get chromoly forks on your first bike, which I'm sure you guys would easily find, because most complete bikes now come with chromoly forks anyway. So yeah, just make sure your forks are chromoly. There's nothing else really to forks. Now moving on to the frame. So this, of course, is an aftermarket frame which I bought. My last frame, I don't know, it wasn't quite good for me. It was too short, too small, I guess. But pretty much, if you guys are a tall bloke like me, you know, you guys want to get a 20.75 or 21 or anything higher than 20.75, basically, top tube. So if you guys don't know what a top tube is, it is this thing right here, from the seat post to the steer tube, just this long piece of metal. That is what it is. It's pretty much, for taller people, you guys are going to want to get like a longer one, and for shorter people, you guys want to get a shorter one. You know, if you guys are short, get like a 20.75 downwards, and if you guys are tall, get a 20.75 or onwards. That's just how I put it. It's a simple way. So you know, I'm 6 foot, I want a 20.75. You guys can pretty much figure it out from there. It's not too hard. But yeah, how I like to do it is I like to split the frame into 2 different triangles. So pretty much this is the first triangle, and this is the second. So, as I said before, the back on your first complete bike is probably going to be high tensile, because that's just how most complete bikes come. Whereas the front, just make sure there's chromoly. Do not get a high tensile front end, because believe me, that will snap on the welds or it will bend. It just will not give you guys a good time, and you guys will have to buy a new frame. And frames are not cheap. Like, they're the most expensive part on your bike. A new frame can cost as much as a whole entire complete setup. So just for all you guys looking to get into BMX, just know that it is very, very important to get a good first bike with a chromoly frame. So enough on that. As far as, you know, seat and seat posts go, you know, mine's a pivotal seat. I like it, but it doesn't really matter. It's a seat. Who cares? Most complete bikes come with really uncomfortable seats. Or at least mine did. Who knows, if you guys get a good one, then probably come with a decent seat. But anyway, enough of that. Moving on to the cranks and pretty much the drive chain. So just make sure your cranks are either 3-piece or 2-piece. I believe mine are like 2 or 3, I don't know. Anyway, I'm stupid. Anyway, just make sure they're 3-piece or 2-piece and a chromoly, as I said before, and you guys should be sweet. Sprockets, this is of course a guard sprocket which I bought separately. Some complete bikes come with a guard sprocket and some don't, but you know, most complete bikes will just come with a standard sprocket. You know, you guys will be fine, don't worry about it. And as far as chain goes, and as far as the chain, this is a half-link chain, but most complete bikes of course will come with a full link. Mine did, but I replaced it. I've had to replace chains a few times. But chains aren't that expensive. You can get them for like 10 bucks or 5 bucks if it's like a KMC or something. I don't know. And now finally, moving on to these 2 big pieces here. The wheels. Make sure they are sealed. As I said before, do not get unsealed wheels. Really? Do not get unsealed wheels, because those hubs will explode on you and you guys will not have a good time, and you guys will have to build up a new wheel, which sucks because it's quite expensive again. You know, it just does, it's not good. So just make sure you guys have a sealed front wheel and also a sealed rear wheel. Another thing to mention is the rims. Try get double wall rims. Now this isn't necessarily a biggie, because if you guys are just getting into BMX, you guys aren't going to be doing any major things. But you know, you will probably have to replace your rims after a while, and especially when you guys start doing big drops and stuff like that, because they can break if they're single wall. Double walls are stronger. I don't know how many complete bikes come with double wall rims. But you know, just keep an eye out for it. If you guys can find one, definitely, you know, try to pick it up if it has everything else you guys need. But yeah, double wall rims are better than single wall. But you know, most complete bikes will come with a single wall. Now another thing to mention is the type of hub you guys get for your rear wheel. Most complete bikes will come with cassette, but I know Fit does a few free coaster wheels. Like I know Brandon Began's signature bike comes with a free coaster and a few others. Like, look, if you guys are just getting into BMX, get a cassette. Don't go straight to free coaster, because you know, cassette's just good to learn things on. You know, free coaster isn't like a cheat way to just learn tricks really quickly. You know, it's probably just as hard, if not harder than cassette. And cassette's just a really good way to get bike control. So don't get a free coaster first. Just wait till you guys have rode for like a wait till you guys have rode for like a 1.5 to 2 years until you guys switch to the free coaster. I mean, I just switched to free coaster and I like it, but you know, it's still gonna take some getting used to. So you know, definitely just, if you guys are starting out, do not get a free coaster, get a cassette. And I guess as an extra, pegs, if your bike comes with pegs, I know some do, mine didn't, but if you guys get like, again, say Fit, they come with 4 pegs, or I think they come with 2, some come with 4, but anyway, you know, pegs aren't that expensive. Get metals or plastics, depending on what you guys want to do. Metals, they kind of last you longer, but plastics definitely slide quicker and faster and longer for you guys. I run metals, but I'm definitely going to get some plastics very soon. But yeah, pegs, if you guys want to learn grinds, by all means, go out and get some. But yeah, whew, that was a lot. So that's pretty much just been a guide or a run through of what you guys should look for in each part in your first BMX bike. So, you know, just almost make this as like a list, and when you guys are getting your first bike, make sure you're just ticking it off. And if you guys find a complete bike that has all of these things that I've just said ticked off, then by all means go out and get it, because I assure you guys it'll be a very good first bike. And you know, the more expensive the first bike, the longer it will last you. Don't go out and spend $1,000, or don't go out and buy, you know, and make yourself a complete custom bike. I mean, you can, but that would cost you like $1,000 to $2,000 US, depending on what kind of bike you get. So, you know, just get a good decent first bike. Remember, between 300 to 600 or 550 US will be good. And yeah, a few brands that you guys could look for when buying your first bike that I know do good completes. Brands like Fit, Colt, Sabrosa, and there's a few others. I can't think off the top of my head. I know I'm having a blank, but I'll throw them on screen right now. I'm sure you guys will be able to see. All these brands up here do very good complete bikes, and definitely have bikes within the range that I've just talked about. So, you know, go check them out on Dan's Comp or Source BMX, and try to find yourself a good bike. Anyway, that has been my guide on how you guys should buy or go about buying your first BMX bike. Pretty much, you know, just these are some specs that I reckon you guys need to get for your first bike to make it last long. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. Let's get to 400 subscribers. Go on, hit subscribe and hit post notifications so you guys know if I post a new video. And yeah, see you guys in the next video. Peace.